Good morning. Well, for me it's morning. I'm here working on Project Raptor. I don't know what I want to call it. It's a basket case. I wish I would have started this video before I even tore into it, but I did tear into it and got a few small things done. But I'll show you the Raptor here in a little bit. I got the A-arms all sanded, scuffed down, cleaned up, primed. I'm going to sand those down and get some paint on them. But I will show you. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day today. Oh, it's muddy. I'm going to get some stuff cleaned up today too. But here is the Raptor. I think it'll be a pretty decent bike. There's the old Blaster. We took her out on the trails last Sunday, I think it was. But here it is. See this? Whoever had it before me decided to spray paint everything. It's missing a few parts. I gotta fix the brakes, front brakes. It had a running issue, a wiring issue, and I got sorted out. This safety switch on the clutch, they had cut it off and you couldn't start it with a button. So found the wires for it, this black and yellow and black wire, spliced them together, so now it should start with the button. Had to get a new starter for it. That's coming. I still haven't figured out what these wires are for. I got black and blue one, and then two red with a white stripe on it. Still haven't figured that out yet. I gotta get a top motor mount for it. And just, man, I don't know. I need to go through this whole thing. You see, I mean, it's got this, the plastic. Someone spray painted the plastics for it. The rear ones are out there. See, here's the exhaust. I mean, they rattle can the exhaust. I'm going to be replacing the exhaust. Here's this. I got a mess everywhere. I'm going to work on cleaning that up today. But here's the starter. I tore it apart. I noticed the magnet was broke. Although the brushes don't look too terribly bad on it. The motor part itself, I don't know what you'd want to call this. You can see where the magnet chewed it all up and everything. The solenoid that was on it is all burnt up. So I got a new one of those coming. Here's another one too, but it's kind of burnt up and nasty, and I couldn't get it to do anything. I thought, when I first went to go look at this, I thought it was going to be a wiring harness problem, but to me, it looks like the wiring harness has already been replaced, because all the plugs and wires are all clean. That's all loose. The engine is actually loose itself. There's just a mix match of bolts holding everything on. I mean, broken off bolts. You know, there's one here, a few here and there. The one holding the headlight on right there is broke off. I'm going to get all that fixed. You know, they spray painted the whole frame silver. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Look at that. That's horrible. Who does that? Who does that? I'm going to go through, clean all that stuff up. Since I can't afford plastics, because this is kind of a budget build. All my builds, that was slippery. All my builds are budget builds, because I'm a budget kind of guy, I guess. I got to do cheap, and I can't afford plastics right now. So I am probably going to just paint the plastics that come on it. I'm going to clean them up, sand them down, and just paint them. I want to get white plastics for it, so I'm probably going to do that. But here's my mess of a little shop, I guess you could say. So I'm going to work on getting this cleaned up so I can work in here, bring my little kerosene heater out here so I can get some heat on these parts so I can get them painted. And cleaning it up is going to be boring, so I'm going to clean this up, and then I'll be back in a blink of an eye. Alright guys, I'm back. It is fairly clean. A organized mess, I should say. I didn't sweep the floor or anything, didn't move the ladder. You know, I don't need a whole lot of room and everything, but here's a better shot of the A-arms and stuff. I sprayed them last night, but it was kind of cool last night, so they're still kind of, I don't know, tacky. Oops. Good job. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to let these dry a little bit more. There's one of the skid plates. Here, one of the skid plates that was off of it. I'm probably going to beat it straight, clean them up, see maybe if I can take some mothers to them. I don't know. Let's go over to the shed. Oh, look, there's my knuckle. See, this is my well house. That's my shed. Oh, there's the OBS. 7 tree, baby. Okay. Anyways, there's tires, shocks. I was gonna replace or paint the shocks, but I think is what I'm gonna do is probably just clean up the tops and bottoms of them and put shock covers on there, front bumper, skid plate, fuel tank, tires, front wheels. But I think I'll turn my music down so I don't get in trouble. But I think is what I'm gonna do. You can see these are all oversprayed and painted nasty. Same with the brake lines and the hubs. So I guess I'm just slowly taking it apart piece by piece and cleaning it up. I think for now, since I'm kind of on a budget, I'm gonna clean once I do get everything tore down. Once I get the starter and I know that it runs and I don't have any bigger motor issues or anything, then I'm going to probably pull everything off of it and clean the frame up. I'll probably just rattle can the frame for now until probably next winter. Then I'll strip it back down and get it powder coated, and by then I'll probably end up swapping the factory A-arms with some better aftermarket ones. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take the steering stem off and try to get it clean up, may spray some paint on it, and same with the whatever you call this piece that the tie rods connect to. I'll probably pull the tie rods off and connect them. And yeah, the boots are bad, but you know, like I said, all that stuff's gonna get replaced sooner or later. Hopefully sooner. It's just I gotta kind of, you know, do it piece by piece slowly. So there's the major stuff. So I'm just gonna, while it's apart, while I'm waiting on parts, then I'm going to pull that stuff off take and clean it up, repaint it, you know, just some spray balm. And this, I noticed too, I gotta get it tore apart and see what's wrong with it, but I noticed this brake hangs up, so I think the rotor might be bent. Well, now it's not doing it. Okay, well, it was hanging up. But man, this thing is just, I don't know, it is a basket case. But I've always wanted a Raptor. I finally got one. Now it's just a matter of making it pretty again and running good. The blaster, it runs good. Man, that thing rips. My stepson loves this thing. And I like it too. It's a fun little four-wheeler. You know, I'm 5'10", 190 pounds or so. And man, that thing rips with me on. It's all factory. Has a FMF power core, 2 slip-on, and an open air box. And that's all it has on it. And I bought it in the condition that it's in right now. I didn't do anything to it. And it's a nice, mean little machine. I'm going to get it fixed up for him. Maybe, you know, do a high compression piston. I'll finish out the exhaust because it still has the factory header on it. You know, maybe extend the front swing arms. Or, jeez. Extend the front A arms. Extend the rear swing arm out 2 inches. And then widen it. And someone's messaging me. Who is it? Email. But yep, that's that. So I'm gonna get these ripped off real quick and go from there. It's, you know, pretty straightforward. I've never taken a steering stem out before, so this is all kind of new to me, but we'll get her figured out together. So this thing's got a little bit of oil leak coming out of that. The oil reservoir. I assume these are kind of like a dry sump system, I guess. I don't know. But, alright, I'll be back. It did quit raining. It's still a muddy mess out here, but it is what it is. Alright. Grease on my face. Looks like I'm working on something. Alright, so I don't know how these people did this. Look at that motor mount bolt. I was working on taking the Nerf bars off. Mainly just to, I don't know, get them out of my way. But look at that. What am I supposed to do with that? How am I supposed to get that out? You take the case off, I guess. That's what it looks like. Why didn't they just go in through the other side where there's no obstruction? I don't know. But I'll figure it out and let you guys know what happens. All right. I am back. Again, I did get those parts painted. I was going to film it, but I didn't. I got the steering stem and tie rods cleaned up. Let me show you. There's the A-arms. All nice and pretty, painted up. My little heater, so it's kind of cool outside. The steering stem did clean up pretty nice. The whatever this Dumaflicky's called, steering Dumaflicky, and tie rods cleaned up pretty nice. I was gonna paint them, but they cleaned up good enough. I'm just gonna let it go. The steering stem is bent a little bit, as you can see. So I'll be replacing that here really soon. Alright, so I accidentally pushed a button twice trying to record this on my phone. But anyways, I went through this whole spiel on everything. It wasn't even recording. But here we go. I'll do it again. So I got the hubs sitting right there. I'm going to work on tearing those apart. The brakes, when I undid it, look how dry that is, which I knew that was done already. But this rust water had dripped out of the brake lines whenever I took them off. So I'll probably go ahead and replace all those. Well, I was going to anyways, but probably sooner than later to get front brakes. Right now, I'm going to work on getting these hubs tore apart and then see what these need. I'll probably just end up trying to clean them up. Like I said, they don't look too bad. This one don't have really much paint or anything on it. The hubs themselves were painted. Maybe try to get this overspray off of here. You know, try to clean this one up, get that overspray off of there. If they're not locked up, I don't know. I just have to get it tore apart and see what happens. So I'm gonna get that tore apart and I'll be back once again.